Good morning, guys. So who's ready to create content for people who don't even know you exist? Good morning. My name is Laurel Portier. I am your favorite social media strategist, bringing you nothing but strategies that you can implement every single day after watching every single one of my videos. You know I'm not going to give you any fluff. I'm not going to give you any bullshit. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. I'm never going to give you strategies that I haven't tried myself. Only stuff that's going to be valuable and help you move forward in your business. Now, before we get started today, I did want to say that as of this morning, I am launching my most affordable mentorship program ever. If you are, not into doing 1 hour strategy calls, if you're not into the whole group coaching calls, if you want mentorship that is going to be at a time when you need it the most, when you want it, there's no waiting, there's no posting in any fancy, private Facebook groups. This mentorship is literally going to be designed for you, for your business. You're going to get my mentorship when you want it at a time that's most convenient to you. You're not going to waste any, high dollar spending. This is the most affordable mentorship program out there. And so today I am launching it, and I hope that you guys will join me. I can only take 4 people. I will say this, I've been testing it with my clients over the last month, and I have to say that everyone freaking loves this. A lot of times people don't have time for 1 hour strategy calls. Sometimes they don't have time for group coaching calls. They just want help when they need help. They don't want to wait. And so it gave me this idea to start this type of mentorship program, and also it's very affordable for people who will need it. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to get to our poll of the day. I want to know, how long have you been in business, whether it's a brick and mortar business, whether it is your online business? Don't be shy. Let me know in the comments. I'm just curious to see how long you guys have been in business. And then we are going to move right along right into today's strategy session. And so this video this morning kind of came last minute because last night I had a coaching call with one of my favorite clients who owns a pet sitting and dog walking service. And so him and I had this discussion, and I thought, oh my gosh, this would be good for so many people who are on my Facebook friends list. And so I'm going to go over the strategy session that him and I had, and it's going to help you determine what type of content you should be doing for people who don't even know, not only that they don't even know you exist, but they don't even know that they need your service, okay? So he's got a pet sitting and dog walking service, right? A lot of people who have pets obviously know that they should walk their pets, and if they leave town that they should have someone to watch their pets. But here's the thing, and I'll go back into a little story. So back in 2004, I got my first television job, and I moved across the country and I bought a dog because that just seemed like the thing out of college. I moved to a new city and I love dogs, and so I got myself a dog. Well, working in television, I started working, really long hours. And so when I got transferred to Dallas, Texas, I was working more than I had ever worked before. And I was, kind of feeling bad about neglecting my dog who was at home. He was well fed. I walked him, a couple of times a day. I would go home during my lunch hours. So he wasn't being neglected, but I just felt bad that I was leaving him at home. And so instead of thinking, oh, I might need a pet sitter, I might want to buy myself a dog walker, what I did was I went and bought Ramon, that you guys know and see in my pictures all the time. And so that's how I ended up with Ramon, was because I thought that was the solution for my pet being left home alone all the time. And so I was one of those people that didn't know I needed a pet sitting or pet walking service, right? Because I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was, taking him on the same amount of a decent amount of walks. I was feeding him well. I was coming home and giving him lots and lots of attention. So I felt like I was doing everything that a pet owner should do. And I thought I was going above and beyond by buying myself a dog so that my other dog wouldn't feel so lonely. And so as I was explaining this to my client last night, who's a pet sitter, that was a good example of his target audience, someone who doesn't know that they need his service, right? These are the people that are going to make up a huge part of your customer base, but hardly any of us ever think of the people who don't know that they need our service. And so, that little exercise that I showed you guys the other day. And so him and I walked through this. And it's very important because remember, the people that probably don't know that they need your service, that is part of your cold traffic audience, right? Because we were going over the 3 types of traffic, right? Cold traffic, people who have never heard of you, they don't know you exist. Then there's the warm traffic, people who know you exist, but they've never bought from you. And then of course you have your hot traffic, people who have bought from you. And so these people that don't know you exist and they don't even know that they need you, that is a very large part of your cold market. And so what Craig and I did, yes, Craig, good morning. I saw that you popped on for a few. So what we did was we did this little exercise. You guys remember this? It's where, you draw the sad face and it goes to the happy face, right? Because this helps you create content. It helps you go from where your customer is right now to where you want them to be. And so when you put little notches on the line, it helps you think about the process that you have to take them from one side to the other. And so as I was talking with Craig and his pet sitting service, a lot of people don't realize the psychological things that happen to a dog when you leave it alone for certain parts of the day. And so part of educating his audience that doesn't know that they need his service. There's Craig. I knew he was going to pop on any minute. Craig, I'm explaining everyone what we went over last night in our strategy call. And so everyone who doesn't know that they need your service, these are things that you can take the time to educate them about. If I, as a pet owner, would have seen a video on, at this point, Facebook it was kind of just for college people, but MySpace was kind of the big thing. So if I would have seen a video on MySpace about the psychological issues that happen to a dog when their owner leaves them alone for like 10 hours a day, I probably would have thought about, oh crap, I need a pet sitter. I don't need to buy my dog another dog. I need to buy my dog a pet sitter and someone to walk him. And so that's just a really good example of, so on the first notch, he would put psychological issues, right? Because we're trying to educate our audience. We're trying to take them from one side of where they are now to where they absolutely are educated enough to know that they need your service. So think about that. Who are the people that don't know you exist yet? And how can you take them from point A to point B? What are the notches on this line? As Craig and I were talking last night, with leaving a dog, people don't realize, one, the psychological issues that go with leaving a dog alone. They aren't educated on, how many times should you actually take a dog out? How many times a day should be available to water? There are all these things that people need to be educated on. And so this is probably going to be the hardest content that you're ever going to produce, and it is going to take a lot of outside the box thinking. But as I said at the beginning of this video, if you guys need help, I just released my most affordable mentorship program ever, and there's no one-on-one lengthy, strategy calls. There's no group coaching calls. It's just you and I working at a time that's most convenient for you. So if you need help creating content for your target audience, this mentorship will be for you. If you are ready to scale your business to 6 figures without having to, like I said, time is money, right? Everyone is like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. My mentor started working with me this way. And so I started testing it with some of my clients last month, and it is working great. They don't have to show up for, lengthy group coaching calls. They don't have to show up for lengthy strategy calls. They get my mentorship when they need it at the palm of their hand. There's no posting in a Facebook group and having to wait for me to go and answer your question. They get to ask their question right then and there. They get a speedy response, and they get to move along with their business. So if you guys are interested in that mentorship, let me know in the comments. I'm only taking 4 people in this next month to do this mentorship. And like I said, it's the most affordable. There's nothing more affordable than this mentorship on the market for building a business right now. I know I checked. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. But let me know if you guys have any questions about this, because people who don't know you exist, they're going to make up a huge part of your market, because it's easy to market to people who don't know you exist, but they know that they need your service, right? It's easy to pitch them, because then you don't have to tell them the story of why they need something, right? If people know that they need a dog walker, you just basically have to put content in front of their face to let them know that you exist. But here's the thing, people that don't know they need your service, those are the people that so many people are missing in their market. They're not marketing to people who don't know that they need your service. That is so hard to say sometimes. But I want you guys to think about this as we get off of this call today. And if you guys need help brainstorming, again, let me know. I'll be happy to help you with this. But I think that this is going to open up some content that you guys hadn't even thought about yet. I think this is going to open up your business to a group of people that you have been forgetting and ignoring all of this time. And they can make up such a big part of your customer base. And so think about this. What is the content that people who don't know they need your service or product, what type of content do you need to put in front of them? What type of content can you produce yourself to put in front of those people in order to help them move from they don't know that they need your service to knowing that they need your service and they need it now. And you're going to be the one that's going to provide it for them because you are the one that has spent your time educating them on something that they didn't know that they needed to be educated on. Does this all make sense? Again, I've got my poll of the day going right now. Please let me know in the comments. How many years have you been in business? Is it less than a year? Have you been in business for a year? I'm interested in learning, my audience right now, like how long have you guys been in business? I'm genuinely curious. I've been doing social media for about 9 years now. I started back in 2007 when I worked over at CBS Viacom. But I've been working in television producing content, which you guys know that I'm huge on producing content. I've been doing content for 16 years. I've been doing it since 2002. I know I'm dating myself. People usually don't realize that I'm 36 years old. Sometimes I don't realize that I'm 36 years old, but this is why it puts me in a really good position. I've been doing content for television, for news programs, for TV shows. I'm sure you guys have seen some CSI promos. I've been doing content for a very long time. And so that is what makes me qualified to help you guys. And that's why I'm so big on content. I have gone from making car commercials to, CSI commercials for news promos, TV shows. And so I, more than anyone probably on your friends list, knows content like I know the back of my hand. I know I've been in so many research groups where we've had audiences in a room telling us, no, that commercial doesn't work for me because X, Y, and Z. I have been working with audiences for the past 16 years. And so, well, Dustin, if you graduated in college in 2002, I graduated in 2004, so we are almost on that same age. So I hope that you guys found this lesson valuable today. Please let me know in the comments. How long have you been in business? Are you producing content? Do you have any questions? A lot of you guys who pop up in my private messenger know that I am here to help you guys anytime that you need it. And I'm just here for you guys. I hope that someone wants to join my mentorship program that's on this call right now. I think it's going to give you a lot of value, especially, if you're someone who doesn't have a big budget, if you're someone who doesn't want to spend hours and hours of time waiting for your mentor to call you back, if you don't want to spend time in a private Facebook group waiting for, get answers for what you need. So anyway, if you guys are interested in my mentorship, let me know in the comment below. If you have any questions, as always, I am your favorite social media strategist signing out.